Hello, Reasonable Sanity
Hi.
Podcast.
Hi. This is Paul Kiriazi,
Oh,
James
hi.
Bond Lifestyle.
Oh, hi, Paul. Yeah, Ryan's expecting your call.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and just patch you on into the show? It's happening right now, and it looks like they're on a music break.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Let me.
stand by.
All right. Here, let me go ahead and get you on over. Bloop, bloop.
So really, Bill, I just wanted to say, thanks for coming on. I really can't wait to watch this movie called We Need to Talk About Cosby. I think it's going to be huge, and I think it's going to be very telling.
I forgot all about that mess.
yeah, sure, Bill. Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming on, Bill. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
You stink.
Yep. Thanks. We'll be right back, everybody, with our next guest right after this. And we are back, Reasonable Sanity Podcast. I'm Ryan Token. With us right now, we have a guest who is going to teach us how to live the James Bond lifestyle. It's a serious 90-minute book seminar for men to show them how to upgrade their life to 007. Welcome, Paul Kretzky.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for having me on. I'm calling in from Japan, where they filmed the James Bond movie You Only Live Twice.
Oh, that is awesome. That's one of the better ones. I've always been a big James Bond fan, and that's one of the better ones. Anybody who wants to know more about Paul can go to jamesbondlifestyle.com. So feel free for that. Paul, in the next 30 to 60 seconds, tell us what makes you an expert on living a James Bond lifestyle.
Well, my whole life, since age 8, I wanted to be a film director, feature film director, and trying to become that. And my first feature film at age 26 bombed. I couldn't sell it. I had to keep going, persevere. And so I was watching James Bond, and I saw his good points on a mission. He, when other people's under pressure, they fold, but James Bond focuses. He's able to call up his talent at will and deliver on a deadline. And he never breathes a word about giving up. So those were the qualities. And I studied lots of self-help, went to lots of classes, read every book I could to get to my second feature film. And I used James Bond as that mission icon.
Nice. So you hacked into a well-known, established character that represents, winning and accomplishing, and pushed your message with it. That's very smart. Nice job. So personally, myself, I have always, which James Bond is your favorite? Mine has always been the Connery. Which one has always been your favorite?
Well, Connery, of course, but also I was very moved by On Her Majesty's Secret Service, starring George Lazenby, because it was very romantic, and he was younger and athletic, and it was the biggest Bond movie at that time.
Yeah, it really caught the flow of the story. So, yeah, it looks like we got a caller on line 5. Line 5, you're on the air. What is your question?
Hi, this is Rachel. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's great to be on the show.
Yeah. So how many ladies have you slept with? Like, do you get some mad tail?
No, actually, that's what, when I started the James Bond lifestyle, people would ask, is this about being a womanizer and, killing people? And that's when I was telling them about his success on missions. And James Bond is not only a man of action, he's a man of leisure and prosperity. Now, that prosperity was what I was going after.
Yeah.
Being a freelance. As far as how many I've slept with, that you heard me say that I liked On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is the romantic James Bond movie, and he even gets married. It's the only movie where James Bond gets married.
And they killed her or something, because after that he wasn't married, and then he started having lots of girlfriends. So I'm not sure what happened to that one, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, at the end, he's married, and then the bad guy Telly Savalas drives by and machines guns the car, and she's killed. A very shocking, dramatic ending, and that is
right.
the end of that.
That's right.
That movie.
So it's Did Killer. I was right. Yep. I usually
Yeah.
am. Okay.
Exactly.
So can I just one more quick question? How can I like pretend like I have the big dick energy that you have?
Well, it's about empowerment, and if you have a mission, and it could be big, it could be getting money to go to college, or adding a room onto your house, or even world travel. You have to make a plan, and we have. Here's the thing: there's two energies: time and money, which is a symbol of energy. So any mission, you're going to have to plan and make a budget. And that's going to give you the energy you're talking about.
And you remember, those were the more important and action-packed parts of all the James Bond movies. Thank you for your caller.
Thanks.
It looks like we got a line 3. Line 3, what's your question?
Yes, hello. I'm calling on behalf of the Ian Fleming's estate. Sir, you cannot use the name Bond. You must use secret spy man, secret agent man. You can use MI6 man, but you cannot use Bond's name. If you do, you'll be hearing from our solicitors.
Oh, that's interesting. No, the book came out in 1998, and in fact, the lawyers at the film production lawyers contacted my website and went through it. And I can use
please consider this
hundreds of books.
a legal cease and desist. You may not use the name anymore. Thank you.
Okay,
Goodbye. Cheerio.
Thank you. Living the secret agent lifestyle, that could work, though, but I get it. You got some court battle ahead of you. Hey, if you could hold on, you don't mind holding on for about 2 minutes, do you? I was going to go ahead.
No, I'll be here. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep, we'll be right back after this message.
The following political message is brought to you by the people who support Proposition 3 and does not necessarily represent the opinions of this radio station or its listening audience.
Hi, Galileo 2333. I'd like to introduce the concept of Lolita for All.
What is Lolita for All?
That's my name for the idea that all men should have access to young, beautiful women and girls, regardless of how wealthy or how poor he is, and that we should prioritize poorer and uglier and disabled men for access to the prettiest young women.
Wait, is this an Epstein thing?
Yes. What Jeffrey Epstein and his buddies enjoyed should be available to all men. It's not just the rich and the famous. Young, attractive girls and women should be available to all men, and the price should be low. And women should be considered a resource to be exploited, and it is a renewable resource. And there should be an established program to provide women, like I talk about the draft. Women, young girls of a certain age, I would have a program where they'd have to register for kind of a draft and be, available for selection for marriage.
How do we prioritize? Who gets these young women first?
The first priority would be to provide for, poor men, who are, ugly and lonely and, disabled. And the second priority would be for the white. For the not necessarily white. Yeah, let's say colorblind. For the middle class, suburban man who's with a wife. And the last priority for providing attractive young women is towards the angry young incels. You're going to see this is the genius of that. I think angry young incels, angry young men who are lonely and unable to get laid, should be the last priority to be provided attractive young women. And why? Because, he still has a chance, he can still get the young woman some way. If he doesn't, eventually he's going to be an older man who's lonely and will then enter the category where I would put first priority.
But who's going to pay for this program?
The money to pay for these programs, wealthy women should be taxed to help pay for these programs, particularly wealthy elderly women. The older and the wealthier the woman is, the more she should be taxed.
If this sounds like the America you want, remember to vote yes on Proposition 3. Let's make it law.
Lolita for all.
And we are back. Reasonable Sanity Podcast. I'm Ryan Token. With me, I got Paul Krasinski about how to live the James Bond lifestyle. Paul, could you hold on one quick second? I got to just mention something to Carol here. Carol?
Yeah?
I know we talked about this, but ads like that, those political ads. We're past that season. I don't want the advertisers to run those anymore. So just put that in the notes to them,
we
please.
still have them on the old price plan, so we made a bunch of money from that.
I get it. We did this for 3 months straight. Let's wheel it back. So okay.
All right.
And we're back. Paul, welcome back to the show. Let me ask you, you said you worked in movies. Did you ever work on a James Bond movie, or did you work on any other, like spy thriller types?
Well, it was really exciting. The movie A View to a Kill was filmed in San Francisco. That was Roger Moore's last movie. And a friend of mine was in charge of getting extras. So in the fire scene at City Hall, I'm a very visible extra in the white jacket when they bring out the stretcher of some guy on a stretcher, and I'm on there for about 11 seconds. So that was my claim to fame, and it was very exciting. 2 nights, and there were fire engines, and we ran through the fire hose water and watched James Bond carry the girl down the big fire truck ladder. So I was on that movie for 2 nights.
Is he the James Bond that died from the, I don't know how to say this, but in that closet hanging? There was more to it than that. Like he was like,
the closet,
it was sort of a sexual thing, but it was hung himself. Is that James Bond?
No, that was Carradine. And,
that's right, the Karate Kid guy. Okay, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, Carradine, Kung Fu. David Carradine.
Yes, Karate or Kung Fu. Yep.
Yeah, Kung Fu TV show.
All right. That one was heartbreaking because wow. There's a lot of ways to go, and there's a lot of ways to go looking cool. Speaking of James Bond, but that wasn't cool. So, looks like we got a line call here. Looks like let's go with line 2. Is line 2 there?
Line 2. Line 2.
Oh, sorry. I had my phone on mute because I had been coughing. I'm sorry. James, is this James Bond? Am I on with James Bond?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I have only seen the most recent one, and from what I understand, James Bond, she's a black woman, and I don't know when you're talking about all these sexual energies of him getting married to women who are killed in car accidents or having sex with women or something. I haven't seen those ones. I was wondering if you could explain that because I don't understand.
The last movie, they had a black woman with the 007.
That's James Bond. That's James Bond. Yeah, that's James Bond. That's James Bond. Yeah, that's James Bond's black woman. I like that. No, that's James Bond. I like that. I like it. She's 007. She's James Bond. She's black woman. I like it.
Well, she was another character. She wasn't James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond. Yeah, 007. She's James Bond. Yeah, I liked it. That's what I'm saying. When you're saying James Bond's a man who's going around getting married to ladies and stuff, I don't get it.
Oh, that's what he was. It's a man through all those movies. In the last movie.
Oh, and then he changes in the. Okay, I get it. All right, I get it. So he used to be a man, and now he's a black. I got it. Thank you. All right, I understand now. Thank you.
It's one of those changes things that those men are doing now. That's what it is, and they just to get with the times, So, do I have a caller on call line 1? Line 1, are you there?
Yeah, let me get line 1 here.
All right. Oh, there is one on line 1, Carol. Thanks. All right, line 1, go ahead.
Yeah, so were you in the Spy Kids movies then, or just the James Bond movies?
No, I was not in the Spy Kids. Just I was an extra in
the Spy Kids.
Right. No, I wasn't on Spy Kids. I actually, direct my own feature films. My last one was called Forbidden.
Yeah, he's the director of it.
No, I didn't direct. I do independent feature films. So I was not.
Is it better than Spy Kids?
Well, Spy Kids is terrific movies. Yeah, those are big budget movies. So yeah, I've enjoyed those, but I wasn't connected to those.
I thought that was the same thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
No problem.
Yeah. Well, the thing is based on what that guy said earlier, you may have to start using words like spies or anything like that. But that's your court stuff, not mine. I don't want to wash it on the air. It looks like we do got a caller on line 2, though, if you got another minute.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Line 2, you're on the air.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. It's a great pleasure. I was calling because I don't know what this gentleman looks like, but his voice sounded very familiar to me, and I was wondering if I could ask him about his accreditation in the film Dark Meat on White Street.
All right.
No, I don't know that movie. No.
Is that
I
on
don't know
DVD
that.
or anything?
No, it was just straight to DVD. It had Carrot Top. He was one of the main actors, but it was called Dark Meat on White Street. It was a Christmas.
no,
I'm sorry, it was a Thanksgiving special.
I know who Carrot Top is, but I don't know that movie.
Paul, that wasn't anything you worked on?
It was followed
No,
up by
no, it wasn't.
the movie Big Black Pussy Pumpers.
That
Don't know that one either.
Familiar, but I don't know. Paul, no, that one you didn't work on that one either, Paul?
No, that one I haven't heard of either.
Okay. Is there any other ones, caller?
Yeah, the last one. It was a marathon. I think it was on Hallmark Channel. It
Oh.
was called Cream Street 3.
Oh, okay.
Cream Street
That
3. The cream rises to the top is what it was called.
That is on your bio. So yes, that one is a Paul movie. I'd see that one on his bio here. So yes. Yep.
I'm currently editing his Wikipedia right now.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm looking at his Wikipedia. That's his bio. Okay. Well, Paul, if I personally, here's the thing that all my viewers know this, but my wife left me and I've been sad and I've been looking to date, but sometimes I wonder, should I just be a player like 007? What is your advice when it comes to sexuality and just making sure that women are just kind of like a play toy to you and you don't get emotionally attached to them at all? Like you can actually start to be, and then they would just like die off and then you wouldn't even care. What's the easiest way to get to that?
Well, that's up to each individual. I make that point in the book. Each individual man, if he wants one woman or many, but I also teach in there the ultimate secret
things like 007 does.
There you go. Then you got to use the ultimate secret of women. And, men will give love, respect, and security, but they forget about the ultimate secret, which is girls just want to have fun.
Yep, and sometimes you got to use drugs. I had Cosby on right before you, and I, you know what? His advice sailed a lot harder than yours because he says sometimes you just got to use drugs. So, anyways, I just wanted to thank you for coming on. JamesBondLifestyle.com. Author of How to Live the James Bond Lifestyle, Paul Korinsko. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, thanks for having me on, Ryan. It was fun.
Thank you. This has been Reasonable Sanity Podcast. Good night, everyone.